Hi guys, and welcome back to TNG Productions. My name is Paul, and I am joined by James and Sophie of Needy Cat Games.
Hello.
Hi.
And you guys probably know them as the designers of the Hellboy miniatures game by Mantic Games, which is where I am today. And we are playing through the Kickstarter set that has come, and this is a custom mission, is that right, James?
Yes, indeed. So this is actually using the BPRD Archives expansion, which is included in the Kickstarter. It'll be coming out to retail later, but basically it lets you kind of reshuffle. It's like an arcade mode. It lets you reshuffle the game and try out wacky scenarios and things.
Excellent. Okay, so we are going to be using 3 characters from the core set. I'm going to be using Hellboy. Sophie?
I'm using Liz Sherman.
Wonderful.
And I've got Johan Kraus.
Johan Kraus. Okay, so if you've watched our previous video, we did use myself and Tom used Hellboy and Abe. We're mixing things up a little bit now. This is the final version of the game. Yeah. So this is what Kickstarters should be expecting to receive, and also what will be available to retail for anyone who missed out on the Kickstarter. And once again, Mantic have kindly allowed me, for some reason, to use the beautifully painted Angel Giraldes miniatures, which you'll get a closer look at in a minute. So shall we get into the first turn of the game?
Let's give it a go.
Really?
Okay, so as we get into the first turn of the Hellboy game, we've just got a little bit of information to read off the BPRD case file. So locals have been reporting nighttime attacks by something weird. Cattle are being mutilated, people are going missing. In short, you need to find out what's behind it and take it out. Nice and simple.
Nice and straightforward.
Right.
The BPRD Archives case files are all about, it's like arcade quick play. You're not worried as much about the narrative for these. That'll be for your case file missions you get in the box game and the expansions. Okay. This is about getting in, having some fun, having a cool scenario.
Wonderful. Okay, so that card also details how we've set it up, but obviously we've already set that up just before we've began playing. So who's going to take first activation, guys? Who's going to go through the door?
Well, so let's have a think. So Johan's not really about the fighting and the punching. He's more about the investigation side of things. So he'll be letting you guys handle any bad guys that show up.
Yep. And Hellboy's your punchy character.
Yep.
And then Liz is more your ranged. She does have a gun as well as fire, so she's not obliged to necessarily set fire to the entire building immediately. But
she will,
always
though.
A nice
That's how she does things.
Yeah.
That's the whole point.
Yeah.
So really, I mean, the question is who does it. Although, to be fair, it doesn't matter. It's a free action to explore.
Yeah.
So whoever does it, it makes no difference. So should we just flip a card and see what we find?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm happy to go in and put
Go for it.
Go ahead.
Do it.
So we'll open the door. That's a free action. Is that correct, James?
Yes, indeed.
So we'll flip the encounter card, and we have.
So we've got some stuff here, haven't we?
Yeah,
We've got
I'll just talk people through this who may not have seen this. So this area is split up into 2 spaces. So you have 4 different things that you've got to put within it. So you've got area 1 and 2 and area 3 and 4. Is that correct, James? Yeah?
And if it's so each tile's called a room, and the areas within are called areas.
Yep.
If it's a 4-area room, one of the 2x2 ones, you go clockwise around. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
Wonderful. So in this room we have a cabinet.
Yep.
In this area.
Mm-hmm. And they come into play with a couple of marker cubes on them. They're basically, you can raid them for medical supplies. So
wonderful.
We can come back there and heal up if needs be.
Okay.
Yep.
And then we have Minion C, which is this
a venomous frog monster.
Venomous frog monster.
If we're not careful.
Oh, that looks fun. And then in area 3 we have a frog spawn, and I remember they are the harbingers of doom. Is
They
that
are
correct?
indeed, yeah.
And then we also have Minion A.
And a small piece of scenery.
Just a little scenery.
A little piece of scenery. We can just, people will hide behind it, or Hellboy can throw it at bad guys if he wants to.
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay. It's worth mentioning as well that we are just using some of the Mantic Games terrain crate doors just to make the board game look a little bit more poppy as well.
3D.
Yeah, so we can just move that to one side.
Yeah, that just gets discarded straight away.
Wonderful.
Okay, so team talk. What are we going to do?
Well, I think it's worth noting at this stage that one of the next card in the BPRD case file deck is that every time we kill a minion, we have to advance a tracker. So it looks like once we've killed 4 minions...
4 minions, we're going to flip that card.
We're going to see what's happening next. So I think we need to bear that in mind while we're trying to kill these guys, and make sure that we're being a bit cautious, because clearly that's going to do something. I don't know.
It could be good, could be bad. It's like a plot twist.
Yes, it is. Yeah. It's going to be really interesting. So
whatever the case, they're in our way. They have to die, but I'm not the one to do do it. So, Hellboy. I mean,
totally
surely.
Punch something. So
Jump in.
I've got 3 actions, right?
Yep.
So what are my actions? Talk me through them.
So you've got various things. It's things like you can move up to 2 areas with an action.
Okay.
You can fight an enemy in your area. You can shoot an enemy in a different area as long as you've got line of sight to it. You can interact with scenery like the cabinet that's there. You can investigate clues with an examine action. All that sort of thing.
Yep.
From your point of view, I'm guessing move and punch are pretty much the ones you want to go for.
You know me so well already. So I'm going to spend one of my actions to move into this area.
Yep.
Yep.
And then I'm going to take a swing at this frog monster.
Sort them out. So you've got a fight value of red. Now I think when you last played this, it was yellow, green, and red.
Yes.
There's a whole load of discussion on the Kickstarter. It's now yellow for bad, orange for medium, red for good.
Okay.
And you've got black dice as well for really good things.
Really good.
General rule is that you've got 3 red dice. You roll the blue effect die as well.
Roll the blue effect die as well.
And you're rolling to try to beat the frog monster's resilience, which is 2. So effectively you're subtracting 2 from whatever you roll.
Okay.
And whatever's left is the amount of damage you'll cause.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I can't do much more than with these 2 attacks, can I?
So you've used one for moving. You used 1 for the punch. The other thing you could do, I mean, you've got some additional actions on your sheet.
That's what I'm thinking about. I've got a big right hook.
You have
I
indeed.
was just about to mention the big right hook.
Yeah.
You weren't going to see that because.
So I've spent 1 for movement, and it's going to cost me 2 to do the big right hook.
Absolutely, go for it.
So big right hook.
So the big right hook. Do you want to read it out so that we can also
Yeah.
that
So the big right hook, make a fight action. If you hit, the target suffers 3 additional damage and is stunned and hurled.
Hit just means you cause at least 1 damage to it.
Yeah.
So
I'm pretty
a
confident.
roll of 3 or more, basically.
Yeah.
Go for it.
So I will just roll these here. Oh.
I mean, that is 3. That's all you needed.
I was lucky.
So you've hit him for 1 damage.
Yep.
Plus
3
3 additional
additional.
is 4 in total. He's got a health of 6, so he's got 4 damage. We'll put 4 damage tokens next to him.
But now he's also stunned and hurled.
Yes.
So he's going to be hurled into the adjacent area there.
So you can fling him backwards into the other area, lay him down, show that he's stunned.
Oh, right, I will do just
Yep.
that.
And also, so he takes 4 damage. We'll pop those next to him. He'll take 1 damage and destroy this piece of scenery that's here, as a size 1 scenery piece.
Oh, right.
So you can punch people into scenery,
Excellent.
tear the place up a little bit. And also, his buddy who's next to him, you're going to roll an orange dice and deal that much damage to him as well.
Oh,
Because he
lovely.
gets hit by a flying frog monster, which is going to cause anyone to have a bad day.
2 damage, yeah, very
2
nice.
damage. Excellent.
So a decent opening round. I like the fact that you didn't even knock. You've just come in swinging and you've taken him down.
Story of my life.
Absolutely. So, Liz, if you finish one of them off,
Yep.
I can jump in. So Johans, he's a dead guy in a suit. He can release his ectoplasmic form and do weird stuff. One of the things he can do is possess a dead bad guy and use him to attack his mates, which is kind of a cool move. So I'm like the sort of the backup support character.
You're going to be doing a lot of investigating and helping us out when you need to. So, what I'm going to do, because there's also a frog swarm in that square, and now we've got 2 frog monsters sitting there,
Yeah.
I think it's only reasonable and fair for me to step up and set fire to that square. I think that's a decent and measured response to the situation.
Okay.
Yeah?
Liz's answer generally involves fire.
Yep.
So you want your red dice.
So, first of all, I've got to spend an action to move forward into this
Yes,
space.
otherwise Hellboy would be obscuring your shots.
Exactly, and so then I'm going to use a action to do a unique action called Stoke the Fire. So that means I'm going to advance my living flame by 2.
Nice.
So it's going to give me a +2 to my flame.
So yeah, Liz's living
Flame
flame
blast.
track. The higher it goes, the more damage she does. But whenever she gets damaged, it also increases, and if it goes over the top, it flips over and she explodes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like a sort of management of
So I'm trying to
risk
get
there.
myself angry enough that I'm going to deal a decent amount of damage, but also try and keep myself calm enough that I'm not going to kill everyone around me.
Balanced act.
So,
Go
it's
for it.
just standard really. So now I've got 1 action left. I'm going to use my Flame Blast, which is 1 more action cube,
Yeah.
to get my flame attack off. So that's a ranged weapon, so I'm using my 3 red
You are
dice
indeed.
and I've got my blue action dice.
Yep. What's your living flame track currently?
My living flame track is on a +2.
So you're adding 2 to whatever you get.
Yep.
Roll them in there, see what we get.
Oh.
Now, that's not great. So the skull, that's a calamity. That'll remove your highest scoring dice.
So
that
that's
kinda sucks.
taking my 3 away. So that's a 1, Plus 2 is 3.
That's 3, so it's enough to do 1 damage to. Oh, we didn't say who you were targeting.
Oh. Well, I was gonna target the guy who was already on the floor.
It seems fair, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So he's dead now.
He's dead.
And you get to place one of the awesome flame markers in that area.
These are amazing. There we
so
go.
Fire is going to cause additional damage at the end of the round to anyone who's in that area.
Okay.
There's your kill.
Thank you.
The frog monster.
But there's a risk of it spreading, and that's not great. So I'm feeling like maybe I should spend some actions going in there, maybe finishing off that frog monster first, and then doing that fire. Well, hang on, wait a second. You just killed a guy.
Yeah.
I'm going to possess him.
Yeah. Oh yes, of course.
Yeah. Let the fire burn. This is fine. I'm going to use 2 actions to possess that frog monster over there, and he's immediately. So he's a venomous frog monster. He does a melee damage of 5. And he just does that to the guy next to him. So the guy next to him's got a resilience of 1. So that's 4 damage. He's dead.
Wonderful.
We've wiped the floor. There we go.
There we go. And if we just let that burn out for a little bit,
Well, I've got 1 action left. So I'll use that to just move up so that I'm with you guys. That seems like the right thing to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, in that round, we all kind of used our actions at the same time, one at a time. But there's nothing saying we have to do that. If we wanted to, like, you move in, Liz shoots, I possess a guy, we can mix it up.
Right, so we can spend our actions as we go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. Now 2 minions have died, so the tracker moves along twice.
Brilliant.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay. Now, does that bring us to the end of the turn?
So in the round, you've got the enemy phase first. Now, there were no enemies at the start of the round, so we skipped that, basically.
Okay.
The agent phase.
Yep.
Now we're into the Doom phase. We're going to draw one of the cards from the deck of Doom.
Okay.
We also, actually, before that, we have the option, if we want to rest in the rest phase. We can take time, chill out, look around, recover some health.
Mm-hmm.
We don't need to. We've just started.
Yeah.
Just ignore that.
Well, it also
Straight
allows
into-
you to do things like get rid of frog swarms and put out fires, and
Yeah,
it allows
that's
you to if you happen to be spread across the board, and
It
you
lets
want
you
to
regroup.
Yeah, it allows you to regroup and things like that. So sometimes even if you've not taken damage, you can tactically take time to do those things.
But it will always advance the impending Doom track, which is over here. Now, if this hits this marker here, that's bad news for us.
Okay.
So we probably want to leave it where it is. So I reckon let's not rest. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
I'm happy for that.
Yeah.
Let's go for it.
So a deck of Doom card. This always comes out whether or not you rest. And Surging Fire. Put this card in play next to Liz's agent board.
Yeah.
So every agent has got a personalised one of these, and Liz's one has just come out.
Okay.
If the Living Flame Tracker advances while this card's in play, advance it an additional space. So don't get hit. And you can spend 3 action cubes to discard it, or it goes away when we take time.
Okay.
Cool.
There we go.
Okay.
And that is the end of the round. We go into the end phase, and the last thing we do is we roll for the fire to see what happens to it.
Okay.
Liz, as it's your problem, I'll let you roll a dice.
Thank you.
So 2 means it would deal 2 damage to anything in its area.
That
On a
means-
3, it would spread.
Okay.
On a blank, it goes out. It does kill the frogs, though.
Yep.
That's
See,
wonderful.
that's what I totally planned. There we go.
Absolutely.
Okay. So we
End of
will,
the round.
we will just go into the next next turn.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right, so we're moving into turn 2.
Yep.
And again, we've got another door in front of us.
Someone set the area on fire. I'm pointing no fingers, but
Yeah.
Carelessness causes fires.
This is
I'm
true.
just saying. You
now
know, it happens.
Hellboy's got an advantage in that he can move through fire. He's
flame
fireproof.
proof,
Yeah.
yeah.
Or rather, he's fire resistant, so he takes less damage. Liz just ignores fire completely. I'm made of rubber. I'm not feeling great
You're
about
not feeling
fire.
comfortable.
So if one of you could go and put that out, that'd be great.
Okay, so what do I need to do to put it out? Because I
So-
will go through the door and punch whatever's in there.
Of course.
So we can repeat last turn, basically.
Absolutely. So it's 1 action to move in into the area, and then 1 action to put the fire out.
Okay.
And that's nice and straightforward. We could leave it burning, and I could sort of run through it, take some damage. I'd prefer not to. I'm not big on damage. I've only got 4 damage slots.
Oh, that's not good, really.
Well, to be fair, as it's for my benefit, how about I just move forward and put the fire out, then you guys can deal with whatever's in that room.
Yeah, that's
That
fine.
sounds
So
good.
we can do one, though, as we discussed before.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
have to
totally.
Put the fire out.
So I'll do that. I'll use 1 action to move forward, and 1 to remove that fire. There we go, Liz, you can have that back.
Oh, thank you.
And
And then, yeah.
So, how many do I have to spend to move 2 squares?
So 1 action will let you move up to 2 areas.
Right, okay.
But you can't kind of move one, open the door, move the other one. It ends your action when you come against that
So
door.
my suggestion
So
would be...
I could
is-
open the door.
Yeah,
You could
yeah.
open the door.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sounds good. So free action, I open the door. Door comes out the way, and let's reveal that encounter card and see what we've got.
Okay, so we have got a clue,
clue
in
there.
space 1.
Brilliant.
So
There
I
we
can get on
go.
that and explore that and examine that rather.
Minion B.
Yep.
We've got scenery 1.
Scenery 1.
And we have another frog swarm.
Excellent.
But there's also a ambush at the bottom of this card.
I've made a mistake.
So the minion in this room is immediately activated as if it's as though it were the enemy phase. So what does that mean, James?
So Squishy Johan, who has walked up and opened the door, is about to get a face full of frog monster. So this guy's going to basically move up to 2 areas towards the nearest agent, who's going to be me. Round he comes, and he's going to hit me.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's not going to be great. I've got a defence of orange. I mean, my suit's at least slightly armoured. That's something.
Yeah.
And I'm rolling this, and he's got a damage, being a rampaging frog monster, of 5. So basically, I'm taking 5 damage minus whatever I roll here.
Okay, so let's hope we roll this.
So here's hoping, eh? Yeah. Should I roll them down here? Where's best?
Here's a bit close, isn't it? Yeah. James, yeah.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm fine. I'm absolutely fine. Didn't even bother.
There's nothing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Cool. So that's the end of my go.
Okay.
Right.
Do you want me to punch him?
I was going to say, Hellboy, I think as he's right there... I am going to point out that you do have throw furniture as an option. That cabinet could heal us, but, it's right there.
We could chuck it. Yeah. I'm not great at shooting though, that's the problem.
I don't think it matters with throw furniture. No,
okay.
Precision is not really your thing, but hurling big lumps of furniture.
Okay, so Hellboy's throw furniture. Remove a piece of scenery in Hellboy's area, then pick a visible enemy within 2 areas. That enemy is stunned and suffers damage equal to the scenery size plus the roll of an orange dice.
That would be between 3 and 5 damage.
3 and 5 damage. I think we'll do that, and that costs me 2 actions.
Yep.
So I'm basically going to chuck this cabinet.
Heads up.
And we do lose whatever.
We lose whatever's that cabinet, all its lovely...
It's no longer existing. It kind of, falls apart.
So the frog monster takes, what was that? Sorry.
3 plus an orange die.
3 plus an orange die.
That's 3 damage is still 3 damage, and he's stunned, so knock him over. Because, he got hit by a cabinet. That's going to stun anyone, isn't it? That's a bad day for that frog monster.
Most certainly, yes.
Okay, cool. So that's that. I'm just going to stand here and let you guys deal with this.
So it's up to you, really. If you want Hellboy to step in, he's not going to be... He could shoot at him, but he's not great at shooting. Or Liz could shoot at him and try and polish him off.
Why don't I move out of the way first? I'll step into the room. So I'll get ready to deal with that clue next round.
Yep.
So I'm out of the way. Now there's a nice clear shot. So Liz, finish him off.
Yeah, if I finish him off, well, I'll try anyway.
Use your gun, so you're not setting fire to the whole place.
I was going to use my gun. Alright, okay, I need my 3 red dice. Plus the blue dice.
Put that one out the way.
I'm going to shoot at him. Oh,
he's pretty dead.
Yeah,
I'm getting a re-roll, so...
He's got resilience of 2 and 3 health left, so
there we go.
Yeah, he's a very dead frog.
Yeah. Excellent.
There we go. So with the BPRD case files, you can adjust things like mission length, difficulty. There's a whole load of knobs and features you can twiddle to make things more straightforward. We've gone with a nice straightforward case file here.
Wonderful.
Okay, so now, Hellboy, do you want to step up? Or do you want to leave it until maybe I move forward and try and deal with the frog swarm? Oh, I'm not going to be able to quite do that this turn, I don't think.
So I think the most you're going to be able to do with one action is move in.
Yep.
The clue that's there, so Liz, you can move up and examine the clue, but examining clues really is not Liz's strong suit.
No, but I do have an ancient text. Which means if I roll a BPRD symbol while making an examine check, I advance the information gathered.
Okay.
Check. So
you've got as much chance of that happening as anyone else. So
yeah. So I could just try. I mean, I'm not saying I'll be good at it.
Is that ancient text like fireproof? Because it might need to be.
Yeah, I covered it, and it's just got an asbestos cover. It's fine. So firstly, we take an action to move forward. Yep. 1, 2 areas. Then I've got my last action here that I'm going to spend to make an examine roll. Now my examine is not great. No. It's yellow dice.
So when you make an examine test, a score of 3, 4 or 5 will advance the information gathered track by 1. 6 plus advances it by 2.
Yep.
As I say, you've got your
I've got
special
yellow
rule there. If I had any actions left, I could spend them to assist you.
Yeah.
Buff your dice up, but I haven't, so you're on your own.
Okay, great. Well, thank you.
But I believe in you.
I've got a 1 in 6 chance to get your BPRD. You never know. No, but I did
That's a result of 3, so that goes up to there.
3.
And we remove that clue. You've thoroughly investigated it.
Yep.
I mean,
It's a
being
table.
Liz, you've probably just kicked it into a wall and gone, look, there's a clue there.
Yep. I don't think
That's-
she necessarily understands fully what she's looking at, but she's like, there's definitely a thing here. So there we go.
Okay, so
yeah,
my
cool.
final action will just be Hellboy moseying on,
Lovely.
and in he comes.
Excellent. So we're keeping a fairly clear board. This is good.
I think we're being pretty determined, clearing out
Yeah,
very
totally.
methodically as we
Oh,
go
we've been
through.
pretty lucky with our draw. We haven't had a lot of enemies coming out just yet. So
We have just killed another one. That's
we have, haven't we? So that's the third one dead. Yeah, you're right.
Okay. So that does move it up on the BPRD case file as well.
Yep, so that's happened there. So then that's the we can rest or we can look at the deck of doom. I think again resting. I think we're doing fine.
No
We don't
one's
need to
took
see.
any damage yet.
No.
We're all in good health.
So let's have a look what the deck of doom says, and it is Visions of the Future. This is a good card. Advance the impending doom tracks. That bit isn't great, but look at the top 3 cards of the deck of doom. Shuffle them and then put them back on top, so we get to see a little glimpse of what's happening in the next 3 turns. So we've got Carelessness Causes Fire. Some fire starts somewhere. Now again, I'm mentioning no names, but we've got From the Shadows. That's an enemy jumping out to attack us, and an unexpected attack. So that's 2 lots of enemies jumping out to attack us, and 1 lot of fire. That's not a great next 3 turns, guys. I'm going to say it,
We're good.
but hey,
We'll be
Think we'll
fine.
okay.
that's the end of the round.
Yeah.
At the end of the round. Okay, so this is the start of turn 3. We're all lined up, ready to go through the next door. We're going to ignore that frog spawn, yeah?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, whatever.
It's only one,
Frogs.
isn't it? It's
Yeah, it's a
not an
frog.
issue at the moment. So, who's opening the door?
You know what? I think I've settled into a pretty handy little role for myself here. So I'm going to step up. I'll come in and open. So that's 1 action to do that.
Okay.
Move that out of the way. And let's see what we got. What we're looking at.
So we've got Minion D, we've got a clue, we've got Minion B, Scenery Piece 1, and Minion C and a clue.
Oh my goodness.
That's a lot of minions.
That's a fair few minions. And a
So here's where they all were. They're all hanging out over here.
And also the feelings of dread. I
that's-
think that's justified with the amount of
Armed
minions.
frog and a clue
And a
at the
clue.
front. We've got a venomous
then-
frog and a rampaging frog.
Got
A
those.
scenery 1 and a clue.
Scenery 1, we've got a chair, leisurely chair to have a sit down after we've killed them all, and another clue.
And what's Feelings of Dread?
Feelings of dread. Any tests made in this room have an additional downgrade.
Oh, great. Okay. So that's going to be fun.
Brilliant. So downgrading means that you're going to be downgrading one of your dice.
Yeah, red to orange, orange to yellow, yellow to nothing at all.
Yep.
Right, so is that including me punching things
Oh,
as well?
yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
But it's if you make it in that room. So if you shoot into the room, you're not in the room. But I mean, Hellboy's good with shooting, right?
Just gonna go punch something.
Charge in.
So, I take it I'll go first, unless
Yes,
Liz, unless
yeah.
you would like the honours of burning that entire room.
Well, I could, but where would be the fun?
You're not looking good actually with your surging fire either, are
Well, if it's going to be a bit problematic if I get a bit too overexcited. But so I mean, if you want to go in and punch a few frog monsters into
Yeah,
some other frog
do it.
monsters,
you? Oh yeah, I'm going in there. So that's 1, 2, and I may as well do Hellboy's big right hook.
yes,
Oh, why not?
Yeah. So I've got a red dice normally for this attack, but it goes down to orange. Is that correct?
one of your dice will go down to an
just
orange.
one. So I've
Just
still
one.
got 2 red and 1 orange.
Yep,
And then I've got
your effect dice.
my effect dice. So I'll just move those out the way.
Yeah.
Right, and I am looking for. So what
Well,
have we
he's got a
there?
resilience of 2 and a health of
Resilience of
6.
two and a health of
so
6, so-
if you roll an 8, he's dead.
Yeah. Well, I've already got +3 on the damage, haven't I?
Yeah.
have
Big
indeed.
right hook. So I'm really just looking for 5.
Ooh,
So that's handy. It's a BPRD symbol. You can use it as any other dice result. So, for example, you can use it double that 3 into a 6. Alternatively, you've got an ability called Shake It Off, which is if you've taken some damage, you can spend that to clear some damage.
Yeah. I'm okay at the moment.
I think you're all right.
yeah,
So
that's 6,
really
7,
give
8.
that frog monster a good thump.
I think he's gone.
it's definitely gone.
He's dead.
So
and each other one.
will he still get stunned and hurled? Would that effect
So
still come into play?
he doesn't get stunned because
Yeah,
he's
he's
dead,
dead.
but he gets hurled. So
Okay.
before he dies, you throw him into the other 2. You roll an orange dice. They each take that much damage.
Okay, brilliant. Do I need to roll the blue
No.
No,
dice with it?
just a single orange die. That's all you need.
2.
2 damage. They take 2 damage each.
I
Result.
like that, so we'll get rid
That
of
was
him.
very
Two.
good.
And 1, 2. There we go.
He's definitely made his.
You're
presence
definitely here.
felt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Knock, knock.
Now I could possess that guy again, but it's going to cost me 3 of my ectoplasmic stability, which is not great.
Well, you're not. Oh.
So I'm hanging back.
Yeah, or you could do it and then next turn you could take a bit of a breather.
No, it will knock me out. It'll mean I've dissipated myself completely, which is not great. It's kind of a special move, use it once in a while.
Well, if
what I will do though,
out,
is I'm going to project forward before you do anything. So I'm going to use one of these to ectoplasmically project over into this area over here. Then I'm going to examine the clue. So I'm even though I'm over there, and I believe there actually is a little miniature for a little crumpled suit that we can put in. But for now, I'm over there. I'm going to, let's think, that's going to cost me 2 of them. And I'm going to do some investigating. So it would be, normally, 3 red dice. But because I've got frog monsters in my area, I'm going to downgrade like this. And let's see what I can end up with. Well, that's not great, is it? 1, 2, 3... I'll take that. The BPRD, I can use my deductive reasoning to use that BPRD icon to just advance information gathered by 1. The result of 3 means I do it again. So I've just gained an insight.
Oh,
wonderful.
How convenient. There we go.
What exactly is an insight, James?
We don't know yet. So what insights are? They're kind of an abstract way of looking at stuff we pick up through the case, clues, information. Okay. When a confrontation kicks off, insights can be spent in different ways depending on the case file.
Right, okay.
So there'll be something that helps that later.
It's a key piece of information to defeat the final whatever it is.
Nice. One thing I will just mention as well, we've just taken out another, I took out another character, so
wow, yeah, good point actually.
That does move the case file up, doesn't it?
And that's going to flip this card over. So let's see what we've got. Plot twist time. They've been a bunch of pushovers so far, so why are the hairs on the back of your neck standing up? Uh-oh, feels like magic. Put this card into play. Add 1 to the resilience of all enemies while this card's in play. Oh dear. If at least 2 agents forego their rest action when they take time, discard this card. So we can kind of do a little ritual or something while we're taking time to stop that happening. Until then,
everything's tougher.
Yeah.
Okay. So does this clue go away now?
That clue goes away, yes indeed.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then that's your action token taken away as well.
Yep.
So that's all gone. So now it's up to Liz to sort out all this mess. Right, okay, so I think I'll take 1 action to move her up. So it's 1, 2 areas of movement. Yep. So she's got 2 left. Now, let me have a think. I could just...
your flame blast.
Do a flame blast. Yeah, I'm thinking I might just do a flame blast.
You've got 2 actions. You can do 2 flame blasts.
Yeah, I think that's probably safer than doing an immolate at
Immolate
this time.
will only mainly hit your area.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, is that obviously, Hellboy, but first one I'm going to do is a flame blast at this chappie on the right.
The rampaging frog monster. He's resilience 3 currently because of that thing.
Yeah. Woo. So that'll be, but I'm getting a downgrade to my dice, remember, because I'm in the room.
And another one because he's got a buddy in the same area.
And he's got a buddy in the same area. Oh, cool, blimey, I've gone down to 2 orange and 1 red.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not so bad.
So that's 3 damage.
That's a big hit.
Well, let's have a look. So that's, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 minus 3 resilience is 4 damage.
4 damage. Oh, plus your living flame.
Plus my living flame, which is plus 2, so that's 6 damage.
So you've
he's already taken 2.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. There we go. And then I think I'll just do the same thing again.
Yeah, you're putting some fire in that area already.
Yeah, well, I might as well just put that there as a reminder. And then same thing again, but I only get 1 downgrade this time because he hasn't got his mate to hide behind. So, there we go. Oh, so that's, I can times 2 for whatever dice I want. So I'll do that on the 3, which makes that 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 with my living flame. Minus 3, that's 7 damage. So there we go.
Perfect.
Oh, couldn't have got much better that. Really.
No.
Yeah.
Ooh, have you been deducting 1 from your living flame whenever you use your fire blast?
Yes.
That should do that. Yeah.
Oh no, yes, you're right. So he would have taken 9 damage rather than 10. I do apologise for that.
Okay.
Still not quite overkill, but
yes. Yeah.
So I think so far we've managed to control this game.
This feels like we're on top of things.
So do we have another flame token in that room?
Yeah, it's just the one. So it's binary, like on fire or not.
On fire or not. Fair enough. Okay. So that brings us to the end of this turn, yeah?
Yes, indeed.
Okay, cool. Right. So we've got that door in front of us. I wonder what's behind there.
Well, let's find out.
Okay, so we're on turn 4 now, is it?
Technically, we forgot to do a thing because we forgot to do the Deck of Doom. And we're going to have some fire kicking off. So let's see what happens. So we're going to have an unexpected attack. So advance the impending doom track.
Oh no.
It was unexpected, except that we saw it a while ago, so we're halfway to it. Spawn a minion B in the same area, so that's a rampaging frog monster. The agent whose target priority marker is at the back of the queue, so that's my area. Hello, what's
It's
this?
always you, isn't it?
Oh no!
There
Come
we go.
Okay, so that happens there, and then also in the end phase, we're going to roll to see if that fire spreads. Go on, safe.
Okay.
That's a blank,
No,
goes
that's
out.
a blank. Oh, lovely. So I'll take that away.
That'll do.
Wonderful.
There we go.
So that's the end of that round. Round 4, though, kicks off with the enemy phase. So before anything else happens, that guy's going to have a swipe at me.
Yeah, so what I'm going to do, just before we roll in dice, is just adjust this camera a little bit, because I didn't quite get that in. There we go. So
Lovely.
we've just added the Rampaging Frog Monster just up here.
Cool. Right, then let's see what we can get. Oh dear, 1, 2, 3. That's not great. That's 2 damage. Ouch.
2 damage to poor Johan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not great.
So I'll grab 2 damage markers and pop them on here. Now, the benefit of being Johan, I mean, as I say, I'm dead, haven't got a physical form. I don't take injuries in the same way you guys do. So with you guys, you get your damage markers, then when you take more, you start flipping over and getting serious injuries. I don't worry about that. I'm fine. I just start depleting my ectoplasmic civility marker, which admittedly is at the bottom. So if I take 3 more damage, I'm dead.
All right, okay.
So swings and roundabouts.
Let's not do that then.
Yeah, that's the end of the enemy phase. It's back to us now. So
Okay.
we can do what we like.
Can we ignore that frog monster, or do we need to take care of him?
I feel that it would be worth taking care of it. Simply because I think arrogance is going to be a path to disaster. Also, we've got a clue token in our area.
Okay, so on the subject of arrogance, Hellboy will rock up and give the frog monster a thump. So, if it's okay with you guys,
Yeah.
I'm going to
Do
spend
it.
1
Yep.
to move,
Bring him on.
and I think we all know where this is going.
Yeah. You know what I'm going to do as well? I want to feel at least slightly helpful. I'm going to spend one of these to give you a boost. It's going to upgrade
Boost.
one of your dice.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
Right, so we've got 3 red dice
One
for
of those becomes
Hellboy.
a black die.
One of those becomes a black dice. I will
Yep.
take that.
You only get those black, red, and red. They're pretty rare.
Okay. And I am going to give
Is this the big right hook again?
the big right hook
Well, go for it.
to that little frog monster there for giving Johan an attack.
So,
Oh,
that's
you
not
got a
great,
reroll.
but you got
Got
a
a
reroll.
reroll, so may as well reroll the blank.
Yeah.
Now that's better.
2,
There
4,
we go.
6.
Plus the 3 from the big right hook, so that's 9.
Resilience 3. That 6 damage. That's enough to kill him. Just enough to kill him. So
We'll take that.
he jumps out the shadows, has a swipe at me, and then you're like, "Excuse me, do you mind?"
Yeah. Okay, so that's
Okay.
Hellboy is taking care of that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
how
we
about?
can. Would you like to move forward and investigate
I was
that
going to say,
clue?
should I do that? That's a good
Yeah.
thing to do, isn't it? So I'll step up for 1 action.
Also, I was feeling that as I'm in the same area as you, and because it's quite important that we get a few more insights, because we haven't been doing that much investigation, shall I sacrifice one of my cubes to give you an upgrade on
Yeah,
your
sounds good.
your
That is teamwork,
Investigation.
ladies and
Isn't it?
gentlemen.
This is like teamwork turn. That's what
Yeah.
this is. So that is 3, 6, 7, 8. The option for a reroll, but I'm not going to use it. I'm just going to advance this twice. Boom, there we go. Going to look in this vase and find some cool stuff.
There
Cool.
we go.
Okay, Liz, you've got 2 actions left. Do you want to move up and open the door?
Yes, is it? Yeah, let's just do it. Let's just do it. So I'm going to move up. That's
Yeah.
1 action. Oops, sorry, Johan. And last one
Then
is
you've got an
3.
action left. You can just
Yeah.
blast whatever's in there.
Yeah, so last one to open that.
Yep.
And turn over this encounter card. So first
we
thing
got?
we've got is a scenery 1 and a clue in the first area.
Scenery.
Yeah, there we
And
go.
here's a clue.
And a clue. Ooh, something ominous and interesting. A minion D and then another minion D. So that'll be 2
armed
armed.
frog monsters. Oh dear.
Yeah, so there's one there.
1 there.
And then 1 in that corner. And then a point of interest
Ooh, okay.
in this area
So
here.
point of interest goes in, and as soon as the point of interest comes into play, we flip this card that's in play up here.
Ooh.
It's not been easy, but you've finally tracked down your quarry. Time to put an end to this.
Oh.
Okay. Discard this card. Discard cards from the case file deck until you reach the showdown, then flip it. So we're on the showdown currently. That goes away. I'm going to flip this card. Let's see what we got.
Ooh.
Right, so this card goes into the in-play area, then resolve the card beneath it to set up the confrontation. Once the confrontation's been set up, read the rest of this card. So guys, it's the confrontation. It's the big showdown.
Okay.
Okay, so this decides who it is we are going to be
Yes, indeed.
fighting.
So we're taking the face-down deck of boss cards in the in-play area. So we didn't tell people we set this up earlier on when we set the enemies up.
So what the boss cards are is basically all the big bads from the set. So we've got Rasputin in there,
giant frog monster, Tentacle Saluhem, Baba Yaga's in there.
Hecate.
Yeah, there's all sorts of things, and the idea is as you expand your game, you'll just shuffle more things in here, so you're fighting all sorts of different things. And we are getting, it's the man himself, it's Rasputin.
Ooh.
So we need to set this up. So shall we cut away using movie magic and then reset things?
We can do just that.
Let's do that.
Thanks to that bit of movie magic, we have set the board up based on what the cards have told us. So what we've done is we've flipped over the
HQ board, so we're on the confrontation side.
Yeah, the HQ board, so we're on the confrontation side, which is what happens when we get to the boss, basically. And the boss is Rasputin. Luckily, I'm just going to show him quickly to the camera. Your pictures are on our Instagram page. You've got, again, the beautifully painted Angel Giraldes Rasputin. And what we've also had to generate in this is a couple of extra frog monsters.
He's got his buddies with him, you know. He himself is not the most powerful bad guy, but he's got a lot of stuff around him.
He brings the pain with him. So we've got some of these bigger frog monsters, and this spitting one is just generated here. Yep. So before we end this turn, we've opened the door, and obviously behind door number 1 was the big bad.
Yep.
So we've got Liz to finish.
So you've got one action left.
I've got one action left.
So we were kind of discussing this off camera, weren't we? What you want to do? Because if you stay there and shoot things, which you could do, put some fire up, they might run through it, take some damage, but they're going to mob you.
I'm completely out of living flame as well at the moment. I'm on my lowest level, so I'm actually going to step back. I think to there.
That's much nicer than stepping all the way back, just leaving me standing there ready to take some stuff.
Yeah. So step back to there, and then that is basically the end of the turn, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And we're going to go into the enemy phase in the next turn, which is something we haven't really seen the full effect of yet.
No. So we had that one thing where we managed to let one of the bad guys get past us with a Doom card, but now they're going to happen properly. So in the enemy phase, we're going to go left to right on the cards and deal with each one at a time. So we haven't got any transforming frog monsters. We have got some rampaging frog monsters, though. Mm-hmm. Okay. So the lead agents, that's you, because Hellboy's at the front of the track. You're going to control them. Okay. Generally, you just follow the instructions. So you pick whichever one you're going to activate. In fact, there's only one, isn't there? Rampaging frog monster. He's got his hand in the air. Yeah. So you're going to move him. He's going to move up to 2 areas towards the nearest agent.
Well, we'll do that at the start of the next turn once everything's regenerated.
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah. So actually, that is the end of the round, isn't it? Yeah.
So I have to now activate these rampaging frog monsters in the enemy phase. Is that right? Yeah.
So you've got one of them on the board. So he's going to move 2 areas. Now, thankfully for us, they can't go diagonally through doors. So 2 areas is going to put him just in that area in front of us.
So 1, 2.
Yes, indeed. So that's him done.
Not too bad.
Then it's the venomous frog monster who's behind him.
Okay, so he can move 2, so he can get into.
But actually, what will happen is if he's in, so he'll move up and then he will shoot at one of us that's in the area. So he shoots the closest agent. Okay. If there are 2 equally close, we use the target priority track.
Which in this case would be Liz.
It's going to be Liz, so Liz moves to the back. So Liz, you're getting shot. They've got ranged attack of 5.
Oh.
So roll your dice.
Thank you very much. So I'm going to be rolling my defense of orange. Oh, and I can re-roll one of them, so I'll re-roll. Oh, there's a blank.
You take 1 damage.
Take 1 damage.
Which is going to pump up your living flame.
Yeah, pump up my living flame, and I'm still doing surging fire, so that actually puts it up twice, which in this circumstance is actually quite useful because I was pretty much all out.
Now, yeah. So that's that one, and then the armed guys are all going to move up as well. That's going to put them all in that same area.
Yep.
This looks fun. So, 1, 2. Oh.
Yeah, we've kind of been lucky in that there's a big space there. Okay. Oh, what we should have done totally, sorry, at the start of this, we should have activated Rasputin. I forgot he was here.
Oh, right.
That's totally a thing. All we can do him now is going to make very little difference.
Make a difference, okay.
So when a boss activates, we draw a boss behaviour card. So draw one of those and we'll see what he does.
Let's see what we get here. So popping up for you guys on screen, he gets a ranged attack. This card. Oh, agents in the boss's area. Otherwise, this box makes a ranged attack against a visible agent within range. If there are no visible agents within range, draw another card.
So he'll fly a bit. If we assume those frog monsters aren't in the way, because they wouldn't have been there when that card was drawn, he's going to make a ranged attack, and this is going to be painful.
It'll be a Johan because we're going via the target priority track again.
So he's ranged attack 8. Oh dear. It's okay though. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling, pretty confident, and you'll see why in a second. I'm going to roll these.
Okay.
It's all good. I got this.
Because you could always discard some of your actions.
I could discard some cubes, but it's all right. I'm feeling lucky. I'm going to roll this, and actually, that's not a bad roll.
Not bad.
4, 5, 6. That's 2 damage. Or I just get rid of my lucky charm to ignore all damage, inflict new agent for a single attack.
Oh, that was.
I told you I was feeling lucky. There we go.
Okay.
So that's good. Okay, that's Rasputin done. That's the frogs done. That's the end of the enemy phase.
You're very lucky.
Back to us.
So we now move into our phase.
Yep.
Now,
Okay.
just for you guys at home, Hellboy does have a concussive grenade.
It does.
So how does this work, James?
So basically, you'll make a ranged attack as you normally would. Now, Hellboy generally ain't great at making ranged attacks, but you can't go wrong with a grenade, So you make your attack. I believe you roll red dice, whatever the case, and I think you inflict the result on everything in that area.
Okay.
Now, one thing is that we've still got that enchantment in play, so they're all still resilience 3.
Okay.
But you can take a lot of amount potentially with this, so good luck to you.
Do a fair bit of damage, hopefully.
One thing as well we need to bear in mind, Rasputin himself, he's pretty tasty. He's got a rule called Sorcerous Wards. Once we've damaged him with an attack, he can't be damaged again that round. Because he throws his shield up. So he's not particularly, he's not got loads of health. His resilience isn't great. But, if we need to hit him once and hard is what we need to do. We can't just jump on him and curb stomp him.
Okay, so I think the main priority right now is getting rid of those frog monsters.
Yep.
Considering they're right next to me, I'm going to agree with you.
Yeah. And then I think Hellboy can hit things pretty hard.
Absolutely.
So, shall we use the concussive grenade and do as much damage
do
as
it.
possible?
Yep.
So, how many actions does this cost me?
Just one action, it's a regular shoot action, then it's gone. It's like a one-shot piece of
So
equipment.
I'll take your action off for you.
Do I need to move into the square or can I do it?
Well, if you don't, so you're going to downgrade a dice because we're in the way. In fact, we're 2 dice because there's 2 of us in the way. If you move up first.
That you're still going to downgrade dice though, because that room had that special rule where you downgrade.
Oh
dice
yeah,
while
of
you're
course.
in it.
Yeah. Good point.
So
did indeed.
it doesn't matter what you do right now. Unfortunately, you're going to downgrade a couple of dice, but that's not the end of the world.
Ah, well, so 2 dice go down to orange.
Yep.
Okay.
Take that one away.
Do it.
I am looking for something impressive here, hopefully.
Yeah, they're all resilience 3. So.
Oh no!
No, that's really bad.
Is that really bad?
That's really bad. So the skull gets rid of one of those 2s. That means you've rolled 3.
Which means I've done no damage.
No damage
whatsoever.
at all.
And wasted that concussive
Did you
grenade.
forget to pull the pin?
Might throw her in the room behind me.
That's not good. Now, thankfully, Hellboy has got one of his starting cards is Deep Pockets, so you can potentially dig through and find another grenade. I think hold off for now. Wait till we get to the point where we really need something.
Well, I was wondering whether I should do something desperately heroic right now.
What, jump in there and blow yourself up?
So, if I move forward into this space and then move here, I have a choice of every time you move out of an area that has an enemy in it, you can either take a damage or you can drag them with you.
Yep.
So I could move into that space, then move into here, drag all of those in, and then immolate, which would then mean that everything in that area would be damaged and the adjacent areas, which means that you two wouldn't be hurt, and then maybe you could come in and help me afterwards.
Yeah, I like it. Is that a set of field dressings you've got there?
Yeah, I've got some field dressings.
They've got like burn spray in there. You might need some.
So I think that's probably gonna. But I mean, how do you feel about that? Before I go and do something needlessly heroic and dangerous.
I'm wondering why we're still talking.
Absolutely, yeah, go.
Right. Okay. So first thing I'm going to do is get rid of that action to then move into here.
Yeah.
And then move into here.
So
I'm going to choose to drag all 4 of these with me. Now you can only actually have 6 in an area, so I'm at maximum capacity because there is a piece of scenery that is a size 1 piece of scenery there. So now.
In fact, that means you can't drag one of them with you because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5 have to stay. Yeah.
One of them will have to stay behind.
Yeah.
Let's have a look.
Oh
yes,
damage.
there we
Does
go.
the clue that was in here count
No,
towards
clues
it?
don't count.
So then, yes, so you're right. I will have to take a piece of damage. There we go.
Ups your,
which ups that, which ups it twice.
Yeah, 3 times because it's in the red now as well.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's fine. That just means I do more damage when I immolate.
Kind of perfect.
So I'm going to spend my last 2 actions to do my immolation.
So really, how does it work?
So put an inferno in Liz's area. So I'm happy to oblige with that.
Yeah.
And each adjacent explored area. So that'll be... Oh, Oops, sorry, Rasputin. There,
Full of
there.
lovely paint jobs.
Yes, and there.
And there as well.
Oh yes, you're right.
So this is a standard Liz play. Is we're nearly running out of fire markers.
Yep.
That's a standard.
Then
standard
roll
thing.
a red die.
Yeah.
3.
That's as good as it can go.
Okay. So each other character in Liz's area suffers fire damage equal to the score plus the living flame. So I'm on +4, so that's 7 damage for
on
each
each.
one of those.
Wow.
Each character in an adjacent area suffers fire damage equal to the score alone. So that'll just be 3. So
Rasputin takes
Rasputin
3.
takes
1,
3.
2, 3.
That does mean he can't take any more damage this turn. But
But that's going to kill all of those frogs.
yeah, all of them.
Yeah, well, they've only got 6 damage each.
What about this one takes 3
He'll
as
take
well?
3.
Oh no, it can't. Oh no, it takes 3 damage. It
Yeah.
actually ignores their resilience.
Yeah.
Which is very useful for this circumstance. So we're going to get rid of all of those.
That was a power move. That was
That
like...
was-
That was better than the concussive grenade.
I like the fact Hellboy's like, don't worry guys, I got this. Tink, tink. Liz steps up. Yeah.
Quality grenade.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's...
To be fair, that's entirely in keeping with how Hellboy interacts with most technology. So,
Similar to myself.
So is that your turn over?
and
Is
then
that
I
your-
reduced my track down by 2. So it's not quite so bad.
Cool. So as Johan, I'm not particularly great with, well, being on fire or attacking things up close, but I'm not bad at shooting.
Okay.
You
So I'm
got
going to have
one.
some pot shots at that frog. You know, he's damaged, I can finish him off. 3 of these, and this... Let's do this. He's resilience 3 still, but he's got 3 damage, so let's see what we can do. So that's
Ooh,
6,
six.
so it deals 3 damage to him, he's dead.
Hooray!
Wonderful.
Again, go team.
Go team. So
So
it's just Rasputin left on his own.
Well, yep. And Johan's got 2 actions left now. We need to remember to take one of
Yeah,
those
I'm
off.
going to use 1 to move forward, 1 to put out this fire.
Ah, smart move.
Excellent.
And now Hellboy's got one thing left. Now he can't actually hurt Rasputin because of the magical.
Yeah.
You could run up. I mean, you might take a damage from the fire, but, you know, 1 damage you can probably deal with.
Yeah, I'm good. I've got Shake It Off in there if I need it. And I'm also fire resistant. It suffers more than 1 fire damage from a single attack or effect.
Perfect.
I'm good with that. So 1, 2.
Nice. And look at us, see, and we're in perfect formation. The weak guy at the back, you guys at the front. This is... We couldn't have planned that better.
Yeah.
Okay, so
that's the end of the round,
that's
pretty
the
much.
end of the round, and now I take it just comes to throwing down against the big bad.
Well, we're going to roll to see what fire does. So fire might now hurt people. It won't hurt Rasputin because he's got his wards up, but some of the fires might go out.
Okay,
Yeah.
now do we do that at the end of the turn?
End of the turn.
End of the turn.
phase,
Okay,
yeah.
so let's do that now while we're in the
So
end
I roll
phase.
it for this one that's in the same space as Liz
So
and
we'll do this
Hellboy.
much damage. So 1 damage
One.
to Hellboy. Liz
So-
don't care because she's
Does,
Liz.
yeah.
So Hellboy
But
takes
1
1
damage for you.
That's it.
Pop that in your damage marker.
1 for
Damage track.
Rasputin, although he won't take any damage
But
from
it might go out.
but it might have gone out.
This one might go out. No, and
No.
the last one. Yeah,
No, that one goes
okay,
out.
So that's a little bit of breathing room.
There we go.
Cool. So that is the end of the turn, and we'll move on to the next turn. Right, so Rasputin is going to activate now in the start of this turn.
Yeah,
so
should we see what he does?
we shall.
Let's
So
find
gonna
out.
flip the boss behaviour card.
Oh, magical summons. Okay, here goes our planning. Spawn a minion A and a minion B in the boss's area.
Okay.
So he's getting a
so
transforming frog monster and a rampaging frog monster.
Rampaging.
Here's a rampaging.
Oh, yep. And a transforming. Is that whereabouts is it going?
Right in his area.
Right in his area. There we go.
And that's it.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, in fact, no, sorry, there's no one in his area. Spawn them in the area closest to the boss that has any agents, so pull them forward into your area.
Oh, lovely. Delightful.
So you got to
That's
deal
just
with
what we
them.
wanted.
So he doesn't do any attacks himself, he just summons some frogs into play right next to us.
Well, this is just great. There we go. Brilliant.
Okay then, so plan B.
Plan B. We had Plan A so well mapped out.
We were on form, we knew what we were doing. Let's just take these guys out, we can do this.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, you can still
You
push on through, take a bit of damage from those guys as you leave them, and then just hit Rasputin really
or
hard.
just drag him with you. I mean, you get a couple of downgrades though. So
I get down 2 downgrades if I have the fire and the frog monster, so I'm willing to take the damage
Yeah,
because
yeah, totally.
Hellboy's tough.
Yeah.
And yeah, should be alright.
Do it.
yeah.
Do it.
Well,
Go for
so
it.
I'll activate Hellboy first.
Yep.
And I will move into here.
Yeah.
I will,
2 damage from those 2 frog monsters. Now you could spend actions to stop Hellboy taking damage. So, but I think at this point you need those for punching frogs.
Yeah, I will take 2 damage. So that's cost me 1, and I think we all know where I'm going with this. I've done it every turn so far. Hellboy's big right hook. So I do downgrade one of my red dice to an orange because of the fire. And let's hope that I don't roll a skull again. So let's see.
You had to say it out loud, didn't you?
The dice can hear you.
That's
not great.
Not great, but
+3.
+3. That's 7. It's not bad. I'm just wondering whether it's worth using my Mystic Sigil.
Ooh, what's that do?
After rolling the test, flip this card, turn any 1 die to show a face of your choice.
Oh, well, that would be the orange one, so you could go another 2.
Or could have flipped the blue dice.
Yeah.
You do that. The best you'll get is a double your
4.
red to 4, but then you're losing the one that's already on your blue. So
True,
only,
Okay, I think it's best to just go like that.
Yeah.
So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 for your big right hook. That ain't bad.
That's not bad.
He's got resilience 3 though, so he takes 6 damage. 5 because the magic's still in effect. So 5 damage ain't bad. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's only got 4 damage left.
Nice.
But he can't take any more damage this turn.
No. You can hurl him. So punch the sorcerer.
You could punch him into another fire room. I mean, it won't make any difference in terms of him taking more damage.
No. But, move him around a little bit. Punch him out of the fire, because he can't take any more damage this turn from the fire.
That's true,
Puts
actually.
him into a place
and then it means
where...
that if we move into a place where we're not doing any damage. Oops.
So he's over there. That's fine. Okay.
Right.
That was his go. Now the other... that was it. Now it's... That was you, now it's me.
or me.
Or us, either one. What should we do?
So, if I...
Shall I move in, put the fire out,
If you want.
and maybe, I don't know...
But you'll be better at shooting into there. I don't take any damage from fire, but the frogs might, so that's actually not a problem. So you do better shooting into that area, and then...
I'm going to downgrade some dice from the shooting because you're in there already.
Yeah.
I could just move in and assist you.
Yeah, but then you're going to get hit by the fire.
A maximum of 2 damage.
You're
I'm
quite
fine.
badly hurt.
You can use field dressings on me. It's fine. How bad can it be?
Oh God, you said it.
Johann the Reckless, they call him. So in he goes. That's 1.
I suppose that's what comes from already being dead.
Exactly. The worst case scenario, I need a new suit.
Yeah.
And there's loads of cases in the BPRD comics. He is always just sacrificing his suit effectively to save the day. So go on, Soph, do some
What
punching.
should I do? Should I punch things? I can punch.
You got a transforming frog monster there who's pretty naff now, but he might turn into a rampaging frog monster later. So I'd finish him off.
Yeah. Okay. So what I'll do is it's orange dice for me to punch.
You downgrade on you're not downgrading any because you ignore the fire.
Yeah. Do I downgrade some for having the
other frog monster? But I'll take one of these to cancel out the downgrade.
Okay, and I need some orange dice.
Oh, sorry.
There we go.
The resilience 3 still.
So I'm going to go for this chap.
Oh, sorry, no, he's resilience 2 actually.
Yeah, so I'm going to go for him
He's only
first.
got 4 health, so that's good thing you got that reroll.
Reroll both. Yeah, I was going to say that's lucky. Oh, that's better.
Yeah, he's dead.
So that's
beautiful.
That was a 6. Yep, and that takes him out. So that was 1 action. And then
kill the other guy.
yes, yeah.
In fact, you could upgrade, and I could upgrade you if you wanted to. We
We
kind of want to be really sure we get rid of this
So
guy.
that would be 2 red, wouldn't it? So if I attack him with 1 and then use the other one to upgrade it,
perfect.
that upgrades 1 to red. Then you use yours, that upgrades him a great 1 to red as well. So that's 2 red and 1 orange.
Resilience 3 with 6 health, so a total of 9 will kill him in 1 shot.
Oh!
Alternatively.
Or I could just do nothing. Did nothing there. Obviously just, I don't know, gave him a helpful pat on the shoulder.
Oh, noogie.
Yeah, just...
Okay,
so that once again is the end of the turn, yeah?
Yep.
So we're getting through these turns quick now.
Yeah,
the
totally.
boss battle.
Yeah.
It's more just the combat phases.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll move on to the next turn and see what the boss can do. Okay, so we forgot to do it again. We need to test for the fire. So it's an orange dice, isn't it?
Yes,
so I'll
indeed.
roll for this one here. And we get
2 damage to
2
every...
damage
So
in
I'm
that.
taking 2 damage. I'm alright, I'm fine. 1 more hit and I'm out, but I'm alright for now.
Okay, the frog monster Everyone takes 2 damage.
takes
Yeah,
two, yeah.
So that I'll roll for that one. That's Hellboy taking 2 damage.
Oh, he takes
Maximum
the only
of one.
He
one.
takes a maximum of 1, and then we'll roll for this one
See
here.
if it goes out.
There it goes out.
No. That's fine.
No, it stays.
Okay.
Okay, so it's now the frog monster attacking
It's
Rasputin.
Rasputin first.
Rasputin
So
first. Okay.
that's what we got. It's an attack. So there's no one in his area, so he's going to move towards the nearest area that contains any agents. Now you can pick the exact path because you're the lead agent, so you can go straight into Hellboy's area if you like.
Come at me, bro.
And he's going to stop and make a melee attack. So he's melee attack 5. Now he's got fire breath. He will hit everyone in his area normally. That's just you.
Yep.
In this case, so defense roll.
Defense roll.
You're downgraded 1 because of the fire.
Okay.
So one of them will go down to a yellow.
It's alright.
That's not a problem. That
Okay.
is
So you can double that.
double that to
Total
4.
So 1 damage.
1 damage.
You're doing good.
I'm okay.
Then the frog monster's going to have a go. Priority wise, I'm up next. Oh dear. Oh, we haven't got our cubes.
Oh,
Get the cubes
Oh,
back.
yes. I think it was because we planned out what we were going to do.
We got really excited, didn't we? And then
We knew what was coming, yeah.
yeah. Okay, so I'm taking a hit here for the team. It's cool. I'm going to use. So I'm on orange dice.
you can.
I'm downgrading 1 for fire.
You can use your action cubes in the enemy phase
Yeah.
to upgrade your
I
defense
think
dice.
I'm going to use 2 of these if that's all right. So I'm going to put that one back up to an orange, and then one of those to a red. So that's 2
I
cubes
could
gone.
feasibly help you upgrade a bit more.
I think you're better at punching things, so I shall do this. The skull.
Oh, Johan.
That's 3. Johan's gone.
Oh.
Johan, so we've lost Johan.
Oh dear, that's
Oh,
not
no.
good. So we leave an action cube in his area just such that his body's there. There's a chance of me coming back in later rounds, but hopefully you guys can deal with Rasputin this turn, right?
Yeah,
Let's
it'll
hope
be
so.
fine.
Okay, so Liz, do you want to give Frog Monster a thump?
I will.
See if you take him out.
Okay, so I'm getting 3 orange dice for my normal attack.
Yeah.
I think this is important enough to spend an additional cube to upgrade a dice.
Yeah. Good thinking.
So that puts one of those up to a red. Oh, and but I'm downgrading one, so that because of the fire.
No,
so...
you're not. You're Liz.
Oh yes, of course. Ah.
And also, I mean, the inflatable distraction has got his attention, so
Yeah.
that's what I'm calling Johan from now on.
Inflatable distraction.
Yeah.
Oh
come on.
my goodness! But I
Reroll.
have got a reroll, so it's okay.
That is not
Oh my goodness, that is not good.
Which one of these is the boss? Out of interest, is it the frog or is it Rasputin?
Okay, I have 1 action
Chance
left.
it.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna give it a go.
Straight orange.
Straight oranges. Times 2 on that
4.
2.
Okay.
4.
So that's
Some
1
mighty
damage.
1 damage and all of that. Basically, everything's on fire and I'm feeling a bit sleepy.
So it comes down to this Hellboy.
Hellboy, right? So I
Sort
think
out.
we both know what's going to happen here. Well, we all know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Big right hook.
And
I'm
chuck
gonna,
a third one in, why not?
and I'm going to upgrade.
Yeah.
So I do downgrade 1.
The upgrade
don't I?
just cancels out the fire, basically, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
so I need the 3 reds, really.
Yeah.
Um,
I love that your
Right.
game has been throwing furniture and big right hooks. I mean, if that's not Hellboy, I don't know what is.
I love Hellboy. Right, come on. Anything but a skull.
Take him out.
Oh,
That's a good
that is
roll.
A big
Hello.
swing. Oh, that was a 2. I've
So
just
that's
rolled
a
that over.
3, doubled to a 6 with that BPRD symbol, if you fancy.
I do fancy that. Indeed, yeah.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Even with his 4 resilience, that is one very dead Rasputin.
Oh.
Beautifully done, sir.
Well done. So bye-bye Rasputin.
He's gone.
Okay.
Now, the bad news is we've got to kill all the enemies to win this case file.
Oh, do we?
We've got to kill that frog.
Oh,
Liz, you had one job.
I know,
You
I
had
know.
one job.
so it's not over after that climactic battle.
After that, you'd think it'd be over, wouldn't you? But
Well,
we've got to
you never
deal
know
with.
what the fire's gonna do.
Yeah, the fire could feasibly
The
kill the
fire
frog.
could wipe him out.
Well, while we are at the end of the turn, let's roll for the fires.
Let's do it.
So, in this room, it
Oh.
goes,
It goes
out.
out.
In Hellboy's room, I take 1 damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that last one.
And this last one, it
No.
takes 2 damage.
So that
to
one just
room.
goes away.
Right, so back to the start of the
I'm
turn.
sorry, guys. I'm sorry that I let the team down with my terrible rolling there. I think it's to make up for the amazing rolling I had earlier.
Clearly.
Is there, what are we talking about, Johan's chances of coming back now?
Yeah, so what I do is I roll 3 orange dice.
Okay.
And if none of them come up as a blank, I stagger back to my feet.
Okay, so
does
he come back with any particular hit points or?
No, I don't. No, so basically, one hit will kill me if I get back up.
Okay, so let's see what we get.
Let's do it.
He did it!
Crawls back to his feet just about.
Just
Let's
about
return him to play.
Did get rolled off camera, but we can vouch for it.
Yeah, of course. Yep. I got excited.
Okay.
So he's back in. Okay.
So guys, I think it's only fair that we do what we've all come to see. Hellboy can walk into that room.
Yeah.
He can big right hook, and you guys can upgrade all his dice to the black dice.
You know what? That sounds great to me. Let's do it.
Shall we do it? Shall
Yeah.
we go for it? Okay. I've also got a Mystic Sigil. Oh, did they use that before?
You used it
I did
before.
use it
You
before,
did use
didn't
it,
I?
yeah.
So that's gone. So, this is what we've all come to see.
So we're moving in.
So Hellboy's going to spend 1 to move in. That's how
We're just holding the frog down,
Yep.
you know.
And I'm going to spend my remaining 2 for the big right hook.
And then we each spend an action point.
I'll spend 2,
Oh, yeah.
and you spend 1. So that's here it comes.
And he's dead.
I wouldn't want to with that frog right now. He's not having a great time. He's gone.
I'm even going to try and re-roll that one, just see if we kill him anymore. Yep.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Who needs to count? He's gone.
He's gone.
And
He's
with
out
that,
of there.
we have completed the case file.
Hooray!
Hooray!
That's good.
Yep. So that is Hellboy the board game. I quite enjoyed that.
Absolutely.
That's good.
Awesome. Okay. So let's sit down and chat about it for a little bit.
Totally.
So that was Hellboy the board game. I really enjoyed it.
Good.
Yeah.
That, for a minute, it was looking like we might not make it, but we got through that.
We got
That
through
was
it. We
fine.
did okay.
Yeah, totally. Good throwing with that grenade.
Yeah, that was awful, wasn't it? It was atrocious. Hellboy's big right hook though.
Yes.
You love it.
That was
Yeah.
What I love
Love
is
Hellboy.
when everyone plays characters differently, and I've never seen anyone quite so fond of the big right hook. Because the thing is, because it is 2 actions, it's like, do you want to use it? But I suppose the thing is, because we were playing through a very short, very simple case file.
Yeah, it was just.
It was just a case to go through. Yeah. When it comes down to the bigger ones, where you've got more choices, like, do we want? Your action points really become like an economy. You're really having to think carefully about how you use each one.
So although we played through that relatively quickly and it was very straightforward, move,
Yeah.
attack, move, attack, move, attack, we've done very little searching, to be honest,
Yeah,
didn't we? Which didn't really.
I was kind of trying to grab stuff before you threw it at someone and you set it on fire. No, this was really linear and straightforward, but that's kind of the intention of the short case files.
Yeah.
When the longer ones get a lot more elaborate, and especially when you get into the actual, the scripted ones that are in the sealed packs in the box.
Yeah.
That's where it gets really interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was nice to see that you can the way it built as well. It was just kind of go straightforward, and we've done the custom, or you've done the custom build on this particular case file and got us the way we needed to go. It was fun. And Jordan Rasputin at the end, he's one of my favourite villains.
I mean, he's
in the comics
absolutely,
as well.
he's that ever-present kind of background character. It's nice to have him come up there, and I mean, he's pretty scary in the game because that whole thing where he can only take damage once.
Yeah,
you've got to really think carefully. You feel like you have to outthink him somehow.
Well, we planned in the turn. I think it was the turn before we actually killed him. We planned out off camera what we were gonna do, and then we just totally forgot that we hadn't activated the minions.
And he's like, "Hey, guess what? I'm going to screw your plans up."
What Rasputin was going to do.
Well, that's the brilliant thing with the boss behaviour is that they're not predictable.
Yeah.
Your minions, you can look at them and go, oh, they're going to move there, they're going to do this. But when you look at the bosses, they have a range of different things they can do. And we honestly were like, oh, if he zaps us, he zaps us. But then he raised all those minions up and we were like, oh, God,
the one thing we hadn't kind of thought of.
Not a thing we planned for.
We fully expected to go into the square with him and you guys were going to buff Hellboy's dice to give him a good thump, but that didn't happen.
Right.
Clear the fire and then give him a good punch, which probably would have took him out had we not done it again the next turn.
What I love as well, I mean, that whole end bit was so cinematic. It's like Liz immolates her way through the room, clears the whole area, goes on fire. Rasputin's revealed there, and he goes, "Hey, not so fast. Have some more minions."
Yeah.
And we just about got to the end.
I mean, and actually, those minions at the end were really tricky to get rid of. I mean, Liz just utterly failed to do anything to them. Like, just pouring at them. She was quite
she needed a cup of tea. She needed to lie down.
She was a bit knackered after all of that immolating. So that's
stuff.
But it's good to see that the game can evolve and you can get different missions out of it. That's one thing that I don't hate about board games, but sometimes they are very linear, and you can play through them once or twice, and it feels like you've got the same game over and over again. The fact that you build these case files and the boss decks, you're effectively always going to get whether you play through the same scenario, you're going to get a different fight at the end.
Absolutely.
Different challenge.
We could play that again with a different deck of Doom, different set of encounter cards.
And we could even
differently.
and we could draw a completely different boss who operates very differently to everyone else.
Well, yeah, and the deck of Doom, even the same deck of Doom gone through again, we didn't go through the whole thing, so that we would have had completely different things happen.
Yeah.
The encounter cards as well are randomised, so even though you have like a certain amount of very difficult ones and medium ones and easy ones, those are all different. So every time you play through, even if you play the same thing again, is going to be a completely different experience.
Well, we were very lucky with the deck of Doom, and we didn't get too much bad stuff. We got to where we needed to go quite quickly. And the boss, I think we maybe only got it 2 or 3 times. The deck
absolutely.
Of Doom, maybe 3 times. But we got through it relatively quickly, as I said, and that's basically Hellboy the board game. There's what we've just done then is very small in comparison to it. It's a much vaster game than that.
We put a lot of work in to really bake in the modularity of the game. So one of probably the longest amount of time spent on development was spent on making sure that it is different every time, and you can easily add expansions in and everything else. I mean, whether you go with the big Kickstarter box or the retail box with some expansions, what you'll find is as you add new elements
subject
in,
of the big Kickstarter.
Oh yeah, the massive Kickstarter
I've only got
box.
the front cover of it here, but there's the big Kickstarter
It's
box.
got gravity. It's drawing components towards it.
That's pretty big box.
It does, however, still fit on a Kallax shelf.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is one of the most important things.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So.
So there's obviously the core set is going to be out in retail very soon. The Kickstarter should be out to the backers very soon, and then beyond that, there's more expansions that are coming out to retail as well.
Yes.
Beyond the core set.
Yes.
So the game is going to play very differently for everybody.
Yeah.
Even the core set's going to play very differently every time you come up against it. So I think, personal opinion, I've backed the Kickstarter. I can't wait for it to arrive. I love comic books, and I love the Hellboy comic books, and I think this is a good representation of the Hellboy game. So you think you've outdone yourself here, James?
Thank you.
Well done, guys. So guys, if you've enjoyed this video, we did do one previously, myself and Tom last time we were at Mantic Games. You want to check that out as well. It's a very different type of game. Feel free to check that out. It's very different, but there's still the similar mechanics.
I think it'll be interesting to see how it's evolved, because that was pre the final sort of testing development, and it's kind of been refined to this.
Awesome.
Yeah,
well, you can check that out in our videos below. But thanks very much for watching. I'll see you soon.
Hi guys, thank you very much for watching our content. It means the world to us. If you'd like to see some more videos, they should be over here. And if you'd like to support our channel, keep these lights on. You can find links to our Patreon and merchandise in the description below. See you later.